sometime yesterday or last night, but had a lot going on to where I couldn't. But this is the only time I'm gonna be able to do it for now. Um, but the only kind of advisory we have out in place right now is a wind advisory, and it goes out, starts from 10 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. this evening or tonight, and it basically includes all of the counties that are in the Huntsville National Weather Service County Warning Forecast area. I'm talking about Colbert, Franklin, Lauderdale, Lawrence, Limestone, Morgan, Coleman, Madison, Marshall, Jackson, DeKalb, Franklin, Lincoln, and Moore counties, all in North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee, west and along US 43 and the Natchez Trace Parkway, and to the east along 31 US 31 I 65, all those locations. So just a heads up, and that's not related to thunderstorms. It's just related to pressure gradient winds. So if you have a high profile vehicle or anything like that, be careful driving to work or wherever you're going this morning. And if you have any trash cans or loose or something like that, patio furniture or anything like that, make sure they're in a safe spot where they won't be flying all over the place or rolling along the road or anything like that. You probably know what I'm talking about. But as far as the severe weather risk or possibility, there's a marginal risk for possible threat of strong to possible severe storms from the shoals all the way to Sand Mountain. And what I mean by Sand Mountain, I'm talking about parts of Jackson and Cobb County, Madison, Marshall County, and Morgan and Limestone County, perhaps. And for the shoals, I'm talking about Colbert, Franklin, Lauderdale, and Lawrence counties. And of course, down to Marion County towards Hamilton and places like that. Parts of Coleman County is in the slight risk. Most of the slight risk is from Tuscaloosa, Coleman south, down perhaps towards Montgomery and Mobile also. So if you're in those areas, you need to be paying attention tonight, this morning, and perhaps this afternoon and evening. And, um, and although what I've heard, the overall risk is probably low, but it's not zero. But you still have to pay attention when it comes to thunderstorms. Expect the unexpected, or else be prepared for the unexpected. So if you um, sorry about that. My dog heard something. My dog heard something outside and was probably saw a dog or a cat or something like that. Let me check the time right quick. So I'll be leaving in a matter of minutes to go on to work. haven't seen anything else so far concerning any other risk. So far. I'll get Scylla back in here. She's one back in here. Shoot. Try not to drop anything. There we go. Hold just a minute. Alright, I'm back up here at this point. But now the wind, like I said, the wind advisory is in place starting at 10 o'clock a.m. this morning. From there till 7 p.m. this evening for basically, like I said, all the counties in the Huntsville National Weather Service County Warning Forecast area and television market, obviously. Of course, the thing about Coleman County, they tend to get served by both the Huntsville market and the Hunts. At least from what I've heard, they seem to be covered by both the Huntsville television market and the Birmingham television market, which I know it can be confusing, but part of it, I guess. But the bottom line is, got to be aware of it. And the severe weather threat, like I said, from what I saw with the marginal risk, it includes uh, just about every county. Like I said, in the Huntsville National Weather Service County Warning Forecast area. And as far as the threats go, if it even happens or not, because it's a very, very low threat. And the marginal risk, of course, it means that isolated severe storms are possible. The intensity and coverage is very low. Can't rule out one or two might possibly become severe briefly or marginally severe. That's why it's a marginal risk. Because one or two might possibly become severe, strong severe. When it's slight, it can be slightly higher, somewhat. But if it were to happen, that possibly damaging winds 58 miles per hour or greater, that's the criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning. And of course, can't rule out a very low threat of a brief spin up tornado. And those are the ones that don't last very long. They tend to stay on the ground for a few minutes, and then they go, and they go away. But all of them are dangerous. So whether it's a spin up or whether it's a long track, you got to pay attention to all of them. You got to go to your safe place anytime they happen, and if you're under a warning. And I would treat the severe thunderstorm warnings the same way you would do a severe tornado warning. Treat them the same way you would do a tornado warning. Go ahead and go to your safe place. There have been severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in place already in parts of Mississippi. So that can kind of give me an idea that, we may have some of those later on, and we may not. We may not have them, but it never hurts to be prepared for it. It never hurts to be prepared for it. And what you need to do is make sure you have multiple ways of receiving the warnings if they're needed today, such as having a weather radio, no weather radio, a very reliable weather app on your phone or tablet or iPad or iPod, whatever, and know where your safe place is. And of course, you have TV, same thing, and know where your safe place is. And it's very simple. Yeah, you should already know the drill. Don't be in a mobile home and don't be in a vehicle. If you're in a mobile, if you have a basement, storm shelter, or safe room, or if there's many storm shelters so nearby, that's where you should go. And if none of that's available, and if you can't find a safe place right on time, find a ditch and cover your head with your hands, or if you have helmets, put them on. Anything that's not metal or electrical. And your side built structure, whether it's your home, business, if no basement or so is available, small room, bathroom, cooler, closet, hallway, lowest floor, near the center, away from all windows and doors. And have helmets on if you have helmets. If you don't, anything you have that's not metal or electrical, put it on. Protect your head, your back, and everything. And put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And like I said, if you can't get to a side built, if you can't, if there's a basement or storm shelter nearby and you're not able to get there all that fast, get into a ditch and put your hands over your head, or if you have helmets, put them on. Anything not metal or electrical, put them over you. Not saying that to scare you. I'm not saying any of this to scare anybody. Just letting you know that's what you need to do to be prepared in case we have any warnings today. Is it a major threat? This is going to be an outbreak or anything like that? Absolutely not. But it doesn't matter. All it takes is one tornado or hail or damaging wind event coming down out of the whole state, coming down your street and neighborhood to be something you may or may not forget your entire life. So that's just something to think about and keep in mind of today and need to be aware of it. That's all. I'm gonna check the time right quick. Alright, I'm gonna have to end this video right now. If I have time, as long as it's not raining, I'll do another live video later on this morning to discuss it. Till then, y'all have a good day and stay weather aware today.